Hey, and welcome back. I'm at Central Station, or Sydney Terminal, the country platforms here at Central Station. I just wanted to give you all an update on the Central Precinct project. The project where they were meant to be building over Central Station here. I put it short, and I'll recap everything that was meant to happen in just a moment. But in short, the Central Precinct project has been cancelled, nada, not happening. So I've put a link to an article from I think it was National Trust, in the description, so you can have a little bit of a look at that for a bit more detail as to why it was cancelled. But this looks like it was just going to interfere with the heritage of Central Station a bit too much. So so that's what's happening. So let's just go through a little bit of a recap, and then we'll check back in. This project will be called Central Precinct. So what is the Central Precinct? The Central Precinct is Transport for New South Wales' vision to renew up to 24 hectares of underutilised land in and around Sydney's Central Station. The renewal will provide new and enhanced public open spaces, new city connections, affordable housing, and celebrate the heritage of the iconic world-class transport interchange. Passenger experience will be improved by new wider country platforms to enable ease of movement for passengers. All platforms connected to the Central Walk Western Extension, improving how passengers interchange from one service to another. Additional natural light to the Grand Concourse, and views across the Grand Concourse towards platforms 1 through to 7. Let's cover the deck. That wasn't meant to be a pun, by the way. The Central Precinct renewal will create a deck over Central's intercity rail lines, providing a new connectivity between Surrey Hills, Chippendale, Haymarket, Redfern and the CBD. This deck will cover from platforms 1 through to around platform 10 or 11. It'll also cover part of Sydney Yard. As you can see in this artist impression, this means that the platforms mentioned earlier, platforms 1 to 10 or 11, will effectively be underground. Now, I'll share some opinions that I have of this project, some concerns and things like that at the end of this video. Let's take a look at land use. The Central Precinct will have a diverse range of uses, including tech and commercial offices, hotel, housing, education, community and cultural spaces with active ground floor uses to include shops, retail and dining, etc. Let's take a look at Eddy Avenue. Eddy Avenue is a walkway into Central Station, and it also houses a couple of cafes and an iced tea shop. This will be transformed into Eddy Avenue Plaza. Eddy Avenue Plaza will be transformed into a new and exciting place and improve the customer arrival experience by providing easier access in and around the Sydney Terminal building. The Grand Concourse, the beating heart of Central Station. The Grand Concourse will be rejuvenated by improving customer experience and creating a vibrant and safe place for all. This will also be an access point to the deck. Located at the Colonnade, a new central square will deliver on the vision shared with the City of Sydney for a new public square at Central Station, as one of 3 major public spaces within Central Sydney, connected by a people-friendly spine along George Street. Central Green. Located on the deck above Sydney Terminal's country and interstate platforms, Central Green will create a great new open space for the people of Sydney, landscaped with local indigenous plant species, providing an oasis in the city. Let's have a look at the goods line. The goods line is located off Sydney Yard and runs all the way to the Powerhouse Museum at Ultimo. The renewal at Central creates an opportunity to open up and revitalise the southern section of the goods line, which runs under Broadway through to the Mortuary Station Gardens. This will improve connectivity from the south to Darling Harbour and the Powerhouse Museum. This one's an interesting one, and one I'm personally excited about. The Mortuary Station Gardens. The Mortuary Station, known as Regent Street, is a station on the right-hand side of the train that you may have noticed as you leave Sydney Terminal, or on the left-hand side as you arrive into Sydney Terminal. The Mortuary Station Gardens will be an exciting new open space that will celebrate the existing heritage gardens and provide new community amenities such as a children's play area. It will link Chippendale to Central Avenue and create a new entry to the goods line. So the tunnel at the end of the goods line will link up with the Mortuary Station and Gardens, which is very, very exciting. Central Avenue. Central Avenue will be a place for people to meet, work and spend time. The 18-metre wide vehicle-free pedestrian avenue will connect 3 new places: Central Square, an urban square at the Devonshire Street Link intersection, and the Southern Plaza with expansive views over the Mortuary Station Gardens. Central Avenue will feature new views of the historic Sydney Terminal Clock Tower and provide more green space with lawns and trees. It will also connect to high-quality tech and office space, accommodation such as hotels and residential, bars, restaurants and cafes. Devonshire Square, Link and Bridge. The new Devonshire Square will be a dynamic urban space with direct access to all Central Station platforms via Central Walk. It will create a new meeting place for tech industries to connect and innovate. The Devonshire Link and Bridge will provide an important new community link between Surrey Hills and Chippendale and will enable pedestrian and cycle connections to and through the precinct. Anyway, that is what was meant to be happening, but not anymore. Again, I've put a link in the description below from National Trust New South Wales, just a little article outlining why it's not going ahead and stating that the National Trust is pleased with the New South Wales Government's decision to can the project, as it would just be interfering with the heritage of Sydney Central Station. But anyway, that's an update on that project, and probably the last one because it's not going to be happening. But if anything does come up in the future, then I'll definitely cover that. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video and all that good stuff, and I'll catch you soon. Ciao.